Let's start out with this week's mock draft, courtesy of the fine folks at Mocking the Draft. It's a doozy. The top 5, not a ton has changed, but let's review it. Number 1, Blake Bortles, Central Florida quarterback to Houston. We don't mind it. It can be argued that he is a more valuable quarterback.
Each of the teams in the top 5 has a need at quarterback.
Yes.
There's 3 notably great quarterbacks, or what we think will be great quarterbacks.
Very top-heavy.
So, sure, why not?
Clowney to St. Louis at number 2. A team rich with defensive ends. It's a value pick. Your thoughts?
You're not going to regret drafting JADEVEON Clowney.
I don't think so.
And Robert Quinn and JADEVEON Clowney both rushing off an edge terrifies me.
Who says we have too many good defensive linemen?
Nobody.
Nobody says that. All right, number 3, Jacksonville and Bridgewater.
Sure.
Great pick.
Yep.
I think he's the most polished, most prepared NFL quarterback.
When was the last time the Jaguars had a real good quarterback?
Brunell? It's been a little bit. Number
Yeah.
4, Sammy Watkins to Cleveland, giving them all of the receivers with maybe Brian Hoyer.
Who's throwing to these fantastic wide
I
receivers?
feel like we could try out, maybe.
Yeah.
We can
Let's
stand a
give it a
chance.
try.
Number 5, Manziel to the Raiders, just for sheer comedy and like the ceiling of just how awesome it could be.
What player's personality better matches the Oakland Raiders?
No, it's Manziel. And if he succeeds there, God help everybody in the East Bay. I love it.
Let's jump around.
Yeah.
How about number 7, Tampa taking Mike Evans?
Not a huge fan of that. Huge fan of Evans, but they have needs that are greater than the receiver position. I'd like to see them go offensive line. There's still injury concerns along the line. Everybody's still on the board here. Greg Robinson, Jake Matthews, they can grab somebody there, put him at right tackle, and that's a great place.
I like the idea of giving Mike Glennon some more weapons if he's your quarterback of the future. Then, but I think that when you're still kind of a building up team, go ahead and invest in that offensive line. You don't ever regret that.
Absolutely. All right, number 13, the Rams and Calvin Pryor, a safety you like a lot, especially with the Rams.
It's, again, I'm not like a film expert, but every time I watch him on film, he comes flying into the picture like a Polamalu or an Earl Thomas.
Yep.
And maybe he doesn't have the play recognition of those safeties yet. But
like an aggressive Cardinal that he is.
As a Rams fan, I would be very excited about this pick.
Absolutely correct. I'm just judging.
Sure,
I don't know.
why not?
Number 18, excuse me, the Jets and Eric Ebron, the tight end from North Carolina.
If you're spending a first-round draft pick on a tight end, he's going to have to be a Vernon Davis.
High level.
You want him to be a game changer. The Jets took Dustin Keller in 2008 with a 30th pick.
Yeah.
That got booed. He was a good tight end.
He was fine.
Yeah.
Not a game changer.
Not a game changer.
I think Ebron could be, though. That's why I like this
6'4",
pick.
250. He's fast, and, Geno Smith is going to need some help. How about at 22, Eagles taking Marquise Lee?
I like this pick a lot. The Eagles already a playoff team. Uncertainty at receiver with free agency. Macklin coming back from his injury. Riley Cooper a free agent.
Coming off of something else.
Yes, coming off of something else. Marquise Lee, Biletnikoff Award winner. Versatile. Can help out Deshaun Jackson in the return game. Take some of the pressure off of there. Marquise Lee also stiff Chip Kelly during the recruiting process.
Yeah, I think the Eagles might have bigger needs than wide receiver, but I do like Chip Kelly getting fun offensive toys.
And if Nick Foles is the Nick Foles of 2013, that's not a bad position to be, to add those weapons.
Indeed not.
Okay, and finally, Vince Wilfork, injured. Lewis Nix to the Patriots at 29.
Makes a ton of sense. Wilfork, even though he's been the best player at his position for the last kind of decade, is 32, going to be 33 in the middle of next season, and it's tough to come back from an Achilles. Not going to be the same player when he comes back. Might as well have the next anchor of your defense ready to step in for him.
And we can call him Irish Chocolate, which I like saying.
Me too. All right, those are the highlights of this week's mock draft. Thanks as always to our friends at Mocking the Draft.
So great.
Let us know what you agree and disagree with.